You want to be in the live stream tonight, huh? Huh? You want to be in the live stream? Yes, you could be in the live stream? Huh? Getting this down so we can see you better. There we go. How you doing? Huh? How you doing? Hey kids, how's everybody out there in YouTube land this evening? As you can see, me and Miss Lily are doing fine here aboard the good ship Lily 2. We're having a very, very pleasant, quiet evening. Quiet. Quiet's kind of the operative word around here lately. No generator to run, so it's been very quiet today. So, anyhow, let me just make sure I'm set to the right chat. Hey, PC. Hey, stuck in BC. How you doing? I got PC and BC in the house. All right. Hey, Brad. How you doing, sir? What's going on with you this evening? Hey, Country Cruiser. How's things there in western Oklahoma? Don't they call that Texas? Oh, man. Okay. What? What? What are you all woofy about? Go lay down. There you go. Go lay down. Hey, Ian. How you doing? Hey, Smoking. What's up, man? Hey, Mike. How's it going? Country Cruiser. Hello. Kula. Evening. Good to see everybody here. I don't think I missed anybody in there, did I? I don't think I got everybody. So, dog, watch the power. What are you doing? Get down. Get down. Get down. You're hitting my power cords. Go lay down. Get out. Get out of there. I have all my devices plugged into my one and only 12-volt outlet right now. And of course, the dog's trying to lay down right on top of it. So, yeah, thank God it's a cooler day. You're right about that, Mark. It's only 79 degrees here on the boat today. So, yeah, it's been kind of cool, and I hope it stays that way because without a generator, I can't run the fans and stuff. And it got a little warm today. It got up to about 85, but it looks like we're going to hit 90, I think, tomorrow or the next day. I'm not looking forward to that. Apparently, I'm not going to have the generator back until as early as possibly Wednesday. So then we can get back to making some progress on some of these jobs I got to do. So, all right, I press thumbs up. Well, thank you, man. Appreciate that. All right. Glad to hear. So, hey, Andy, how you doing, man? That's a long list of people to say hello to, isn't it, Andy? Getting longer all the time, too. Good to see that, though. Good to see some growth coming back into the channel. I think now that we've got some of these folks under control, it's nice to see the channel starting to grow back a little bit and stuff. So, Andy, the generator is in a designated repair shop being repaired. That's where the generator is. So, hey, 12. Hello, Douglas. How are you? Oh, got a bit of a headache. I've had a headache for about the last week, it seems like. I just took some aspirin. I'm waiting for it to kick in. Hey, Ruthless Ronnie, how are you? So things have been really quiet here on the boat today. I did jump on. Someone mentioned they see me on Doug's live stream today at 2 o'clock. I jumped on there and tried to help Douglas a little bit with his live stream. Is it on life support? It ended up having a couple problems that needed to be dealt with, and so it's in there under warranty being worked on. So, we'll all say hi because you have a built. Yes, I understand, Andy. Yep, I love seeing that. I do. I think it's really cool that so many people are saying hello to everybody else and greeting each other. And Doug is doing a great job. Yep, toothache is achy. That's how the toothache is. I think the reason why I have a headache today is because of this toothache, but we'll see. Letting my meatloaf rest while the taters cook. There you go. Without Canadians, where would we? What was that? Where we get Canadian beer, right? 12's in the house. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. So, yeah, I think Doug did a good job with his channel. There was no drama. There were a couple people on there that I have kicked off my channel, but get some cloves and suck on it. Yeah, that might work. That might help. If nothing else, it'll make my mouth taste like cloves. In fact, I was, fairly polite and courteous to to old Mr. Captain 10 Star, and I was kind of surprised that, you know, he snubbed me. I tried to be courteous to him, and he didn't respond back to me. He just ignored me. So, oh well. Rubbing is a very good product. Hopefully a little too. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. It just needs to have some work done. So, congrats. Thanks, J.R. Brown. I'm not sure what you congratulated me for, but okay. Agree with my ground clothes works. Put it into whole. Huh. The people you kicked off were very respectful to Doug. So far, yes, so far. I was kind of surprised. One of them, I'm sure, will turn on Doug very quickly, though, because Doug is a e-beggar, and that he now has a Patreon, a PayPal, and a GoFundMe account. And so, you know, that seems to be that person's main argument, is that he goes after all these e-beggars. And, of course, now Doug's an e-beggar, so he might realize that and just be an idiot next time. We'll see. So, and the troll shows who has class. Well, that's kind of what I was thinking, Brad, you know. I always like to take the high road when at all possible. Sometimes we're pulled down, but you know, you try to take the high road. So, if you have them blocked, no, I'm sure they saw it. No, JR, Doug is not an e-beggar, neither am I. But there are people out there that don't understand the YouTube creator economy and how it works. And so because of their lack of understanding as to how the system works, you know, they respond by saying, oh, well, he's an e-beggar, like that's a big negative thing. It's just the way creators have for the millennium. It's the way creators have earned their money. You have patrons who support you. That's how that happens. So every great work of art that's ever occurred in the world has occurred because that artist was funded by some patron. And, you know, those of us doing, patrons of the arts, yep. And whether or not you think my YouTube channel or my live chats or whatever is artwork and want to support it or not, you know, that's your call. Apparently there's a bunch of people that do loosely art. I'm not going to really call it art, but building community, trying to develop something here bigger than ourselves, trying to do something good and positive, which is going to be the next step in trying to do something with this group, is trying to find some direction and see if we can't take it to another level at some point in some way. I'm working on that. So, yeah, selling upwinds. You know, not really behind schedule. There are some little projects I'm working on that I'm checking off the list. If I get the generator back on Thursday, they said Wednesday, I'm saying Thursday. If I get it back on Thursday, then I should be able to knock out the rest of the list very quickly. Right now, you know, it was just a matter of timing. I spent the first few days organizing and ordering and buying all the stuff and getting everything here so I could start the projects. I got everything here, and then the generator crapped. So it's only going to be the weekend. So what's it, you know, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday for the weekend. And then so hopefully Wednesday I'll get it back and we can get back on track. So, but yeah, I am planning on trying to get out of here by the 15th of September and no later than that. But hopefully more like the 10th or 12th or somewhere in that neighborhood would be ideal. So, trying to survive while making art. There you go, JR. That's exactly right. Leave your questions on my comments page. Yes, you can. Okay, hey all. Hey Jared, what's up? What work did you do on the boat today? Autopilot, mast lights, dinghy. Well, actually, a little bit of each one of those, to be honest with you. Was working with the autopilot books and the guides. The cool actually is on here. Had emailed me the books on the autopilot, and so I was rereading those back through again. I took the unit apart and was checking the connections and the wiring and trying to get all that organized. So now tomorrow but tomorrow I'm not gonna get any work on the boat again. Tomorrow, Miss Lily is going to the vet tomorrow. You see Miss Lily down here next to me. She's going to the vet tomorrow for her heartworm medicine. We're going down and she's going to see a vet and she's going to get a heartworm test done. and we're going to buy a year supply, a 12-month supply this time of heartworm medication. Because last time I only got a 3-month supply. I didn't get very much. Now I'm getting a year supply, so we'll be set up to go for a long time. So, yeah, that's happening tomorrow morning, and so we'll go from there. Hey, Tickle Me Fan, how you doing? Doug, it can wait till next Saturday. There you go. I'm glad you chased away all the trolls, Carl. I am too. But, you know, some of them are still here incognito, but the ones that are left are at least behaving. So, yeah, Stuck in BC, the alternator is installed. It does appear to be working. I did not test it today, just because I got preoccupied with other stuff. But it does appear like it's working just fine. So we'll see how it goes from there. Tickle's in the house. Am I the only one drinking? Yeah, Pilot, I'm just drinking water tonight. Autopilot should hold a course without calibrations, even if the heading is on a different than the compass. Yeah, I saw that in the... I saw that, and it has me concerned, because I tried to set the autopilot on auto and have it just hold a particular course that I set, and it wouldn't do that. That's why I was thinking it may be having difficulty connecting up to the compass from the reading that I was doing. I think it's not getting feeds back from the compass, and so it doesn't know that it's changing the course because the compass isn't updating it. That's why I was checking the wiring today and going over that. So it's still working. It's a work in progress. So we'll keep seeing how we do. Let me see what I missed. I buy heartworm medicine online. Bubba, can't do that anymore. I used to be able to buy heartworm medicine online. Now it's prescription only. At least prescription only here in New York. So. You clearly know your stuff. Yes, Doug knows his stuff. If you engage it, it should hold your present heading. Yeah, it does not, Akula. It is not holding the present heading. If I engage it, it slowly keeps going into a turn. So it's not holding the course. If it would just hold the course, if I could turn it on and it just held the course that I had it set at, without any calibrations, I would be fine with that. I would have no problem if it just did that, but it's not doing that. So, okay, Doug, good for both of us if it's not even 420 yet. Okay. Brad, glad you enjoyed it. Thumbs up, guys. Oh, Carl. Hey, Frank, how you doing, buddy? Fishing's great here. Awesome, John. I subscribe. Well, thank you, JR. Appreciate that. Yeah, guys, please do like and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up if you would. In the description down below, there's links to my PayPal, my Patreon account, should you want to donate to the adventure here and help support stuff. But other than that, you know, it's fine. If you don't want to, you don't have to either. It's all good. It's all good either way. So I didn't really get anything particularly accomplished today, but I did kind of dig into a whole bunch of different things. You know, again, you know, without the generator here, there was just some things I just didn't want to get into doing. I guess I could have really dropped the hook and or pulled the anchor and gone out and tested the autopilot some more, but from what I was reading today and checking the wiring, that's about as far as I got with it. So oil consumption on such a small engine seems serious. Yeah, Bubba, I have some concerns about that as well. It is burning way too much oil for supposedly a rebuilt engine. So, but you know, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it except just keep pouring oil to it and running it and see how it goes. So, Northern Lights here in a beer, cool. Lily, no, you go lay down. You're not going to go down here and unplug my cords again. Go lay down. 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 There you go, good girl. She keeps wanting to jump down the floor right now, and I got my power cords plugged in there. I don't want her to unplug and everything. It does not help the movable mount for your head that you have. You are flexing wire. Yes, I understand that, cool. I know. I know. And in fact, there may be a broken wire that I'm not aware of. So there you go. Thank you, Frank. There's my PayPal link. Should anybody want to donate to the adventure, that'd be great. I'll have 1-800 number you can call. I don't know. I didn't look to see if there was a contact number for it. It's an old autopilot. Well, but they still make them, I guess, don't they? But they're different now. So, yeah, I'm sure there's an 800 number I could look up and call. Carl, been a while since I caught you. Hey, Weigold, haven't seen you in a while. Yeah. I decided to give it another shot of watching it. Well, thanks, Weigold. I appreciate it. I think you're going to see that we pretty much got rid of most of the trolls. So, I think they finally gave up and moved on. Does the engine smoke? It does smoke, yes, especially when I first started up in a little bit of an over rev situation. If I back off the throttle a little bit, it doesn't quite smoke so much, but yes, it does smoke. Small engine, really quick rebuild with parts, Doug. Ooh, here's a question, Doug. What would it cost to rebuild my ferryman? The oil's going into the air. There's no oil going into the water. Well, I guess some comes out in the exhaust. It gets trapped in the water that comes out because, you know, the sailboats actually have water in their exhaust systems. You know, the boat actually plumbs water through and then uses it to cool the exhaust. So, anyhow. Okay, I guess I need to go back farther here. Okay. About thinking you're burning oil and the intake valve seal or leaking, any sign of oil in the bilge? No, Doug. Aside from what little bit I may spill while filling the oil, there's no sign of oil on the bilge, and the engine doesn't seem to be leaking oil. Yeah, Raymarine Tech Support. Yeah, oh cool. I could call Raymarine Tech Support. Your engine needs a complete rebuild, new pistons, ring sleeves, and bearings and gaskets. Then she'd be good to go. Yeah, and potato kidding, I'm just not sure if it's worthwhile, you know, putting a couple $1,000s into a boat. A couple $1,000. If I put a couple $1,000s into the engine, it's not going to make it worth any more than the couple $1,000s that it's worth right now. So I think my best bet for right now is to feed it oil as much as it can stand and go through the expense of eating oil and see if I can get 1,500 more miles out of it. If I can get 1,500 more miles out of it, then I'll be down in Florida. I'm just going to park it at a dock and use it as a floating condo while I'm working and earning and making money, and I'll be buying a bigger, better boat anyway. So, and yes, getting parts for this boat would be very, very difficult. Ferryman doesn't exist anymore, so it doesn't have a spare supply. Yeah, there's no spare supply for it. Torque all the bolts, maybe. Car engine, yeah, okay. So I guess I went back far enough. Yeah, more than it's worth. Yep, that's kind of what I'm thinking. Seal may have dry rotted, sitting so long. Yep, I'm sure the seals are probably dry rotted again. So, get a compression test, maybe. Have the rings even seated? Yes, well over 70 hours now. Make it a Florida limp. 100 to 150, no more. What's 100 to 150, no more? Full rebuild kit for my Perkins is $800. Yeah, well, I'm not even, I haven't looked, but I can't imagine I'm even going to be able to find a rebuild kit for a Ferryman diesel. The company is no longer in business. I'd really be surprised that, yeah, fortunate diesels do burn oil. Yes, they do. Rebuild kit won't be more than $1,000. If Doug has a MIG welder, sleeves are easy to take out. Yeah. Rebuild, well, yeah. So I'll buy that motor, maybe not. Yeah, I'm not aware you can buy a Ferryman anywhere. Probably more economical putting in a Kubota. So yeah, and you know, and to go ahead and repower, I'm looking at, you know, $5,000 to $8,000 for, you know, a small Yanmar or a Kubota or whatever. And all those might be fun ideas to do, but I'm not going to put that kind of money into this. I'm gonna buy a big supply of oil and pour oil down it till it chokes on it, trying to get 1,500 more miles out of it so I can get to Florida. So, yeah, Slipstream, that's exactly what I'm planning on doing. I'm just going to keep pumping oil in as I go and get started from there. CRS, the problem with Florida in the Florida Keys area, because of the hurricane impact last year, there's literally no place to stay there. Rents for, you know, a really crappy motorhome are like $2,000 a month to stay in a you know, 16-foot bumper pole camper. To try to rent an apartment or something is, you know, next to impossible. So the idea is if I bought this boat for $2,000 and moved it down to Florida, I could stay on the boat because right now there's hardly anything available down there to rent, and what is available is ungodly expensive. So probably an aftermarket company out there that produces a rebuild kit. Well, there may be, but there's not very many of them. So $1/4 is a lot for 15 horsepower. Yes, it is. Make sure your towboat coverage is current. It is, Mike. It is current. Yep. Am I Carl? I don't know. Ahoy, Skipper. I don't know. I'd have to look. Anyhow, so we're gonna just nurse it along and see how it goes. So, Bob, I've seen some slips down there available for about $600 a month, but I'm just gonna anchor out for the time being. So, all okay on board. I've been away collecting some money. Yep, all on board is just fine. So, outboard. Yeah, well, there's the other thing, Mark. I could put one of those little outboard mounts on. That's what Sailing Miss Lone Star did. Sailing Miss Lone Star, actually, she had a Ferryman diesel in her cow. And what she did instead is she mounted one of those, you know, those fold up, fold down style outboard mounts on the back of her cow, bolted that to the back, and then used an outboard motor to move her cow with. So, which is fine, you know, if you're going to just move it a short distance. I don't know about 1,500 miles of running it down the intercoastal waterway with an outboard on the back, but certainly it's something that could be done. So, take a loan. Yeah, I'm not borrowing money. Info at ferryman.com. Yeah, Frenchie, I've emailed them before, never got a response back from them at all. That website is not being monitored or, you know, whatever. I'm trying to be your friend, but why did we not hear about the excessive oil consumption during all the motoring on the Erie Canal? Because it wasn't, I don't know, I just, it was burning oil and I was putting oil in it. I didn't think much of it. Good reasons kept the ICW as much as possible. Yep. Everyone on the boat is old as Carl's. Nope. Mounts cheap in harbors. Have one will work fine. Mounts cheap at harbors. Yep, that would work fine. Frenchie too far north. Carl, do you have a hand file on board? Do I have a hand file on board? I believe I have a file someplace. What would you suggest I do with a file? 9x9 high thrust, no worries. Yep. Take out insurance and sink. Yeah, John. John, that's the biggest suggestion yet, but get Lily off first. Yep. Before I retired, I drove truck. The last truck I drove went through gallon of oil a week, yet it went another 200,000 miles before I got a different truck. Yep, there you go. For the bracket. A file for the bracket. Why would I need a file for the bracket? I don't know. So anyhow, guys, so that's kind of what's going on here on the good ship Lily 2. You know, I think the engine's burning oil. I'm hoping it's going to hold up another 1,500 miles and get me there. And, you know, if it does, that's put 50 weight oil in, will reduce consumption. Yeah, it might, because it's just an oil bath system. And surprisingly, being it's an oil bath, I'm really surprised it's burning as much as it is. So, okay, bracket done. Laptop power on. Mike, I haven't tried plugging in the laptop because I don't have 110 volt power set up yet. I didn't work on the alternator today, so I don't have the inverter dug out and connected yet. So worked on other things today, guys. Worked on other things. So anyhow, so I don't really have a whole lot to report. You know, just not a whole lot to report today. Just did a little odds and ends stuff and don't really have anything big, major issues to report. Is what it is. So try just tightening nuts and bolts. Carl, I told you the other night to put a heavier oil in it. How did you find out what slips are available on Marathon? Well, 12 degrees, I'm a real estate broker there. So I looked on the real estate MLS, multiple listing service. I did not organize too much today. No, I did some, but not much. How many hours a day can you do at work each time? How many hours a day can you do at work each time? I don't know what you're getting at there. So anyhow, guys, I was going to keep the live stream short just because I don't have a whole lot of stuff to get into. So let's go ahead and, oh gosh, now we have somebody playing games here. Goodbye. So let's go ahead and do a shameless shout out right from the get-go. Paula, okay. Yep, some goo keeps texting him. Okay. Let's go ahead and do shameless shout outs for anybody that wants to do that. If you've got, like, Slipstream's got a channel and Doug's got a channel, give yourself a shameless shout out now. Put your information out there so you can try to pick up some subscribers. Did you look at the new Florida laws on anchoring? I've looked at some of them. Some of them have changed. Some of them haven't. I know where I'm going to be there in Buoyancy Harbor, I have no problem anchoring. So, yep, Gary V does have a great channel. I agree. Yep. There you go, Sailing Slipstream. There you go. Sailing Slipstream's got a good channel. He does. He puts out some good sailing content and stuff. So, anyhow, like I said, guys, earlier, I've got a hell of a headache, so I'm just going to cut this short tonight. Law changed as of last fall. Not in Buoyancy Harbor, it hasn't. There's still no problem with anchoring there. And anchoring laws are for Fort Lauderdale. Well, different areas all around. There you go, Frank Daniels, my YouTube. Frank has one. Parts available at North American Ferryman. Yeah, John Dolan, but North American Ferryman never responds to any emails or any phone calls. It's like the company doesn't exist. There's a website that shows North American Ferryman, but they are non-communicative. Can't get them to respond. I actually am a member of a ferryman diesel group on YouTube. I'm sorry, on Facebook. And, you know, the general consensus is nobody can get a hold of that company. Nobody's gotten a response back from them. So, there you go. Garage Talk with Doug. No, not hungover. I haven't been drinking, Chuck. So, let's see. You were pretty hammered last night. No, not really. Yes, you were drunk as this guy. Okay, whatever. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think I had that much to drink last night, but whatever. You guys know me better, of course. You know, you guys are sitting there behind your computer wherever you are, and you know what's going on here, so. Yeah, that's exactly, Clint. That's kind of what I was thinking. I could always mount an outboard and power it that way. That would be actually the least effective or the least expensive way of converting it, is just to go ahead and put something like that on and go that way. So anyhow, kids, I'm going to go ahead and call this because people are just getting silly on here. So there you go. Tickle Me Finn. He's got a channel. Yep, cool. So I'm going to go ahead and end this because I just got a headache and I'm just not going to deal with it tonight. So anyhow, guys, be good, be careful, take good care of each other, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Good night.